Hello, I'm Joel Leonard. They call me the Maintenance Evangelist, and we're here for another edition of Skill TV. Here at Skill TV, we're trying to highlight some of the challenges, issues, and opportunities that are facing our country and our nation, actually our world, in dealing with the maintenance crisis. And tonight, I happen to have the opportunity to attend a DARE fundraising event where they brought in some Mayberry tribute players and even brought in the Dillards, who are actually the Darlings from the Andy Griffith Show. And happened to meet a gentleman, and I got to talking to him, and I just said, we got to have an impromptu session of Skill TV, because he literally gives some insight to one of the biggest elements of the maintenance crisis, and that's the public perception that people have of maintenance. They think we're a bunch of goobers. Yo. And this is Tim Pettigrew, who plays Goober as a reenactor, as a tribute. And nice to meet you again. Thanks again for taking a few minutes here and sharing some of your perspective. And found out that Tim's actually more than just a reenactor and a tribute player for Mayberry. And again, he does it with great respect and honor. But he also understands there's a lot more depth involved in our profession than a lot of people perceive.
Yeah, my name's Tim Pettigrew, and I live in Northeast Ohio. And actually, I am a Master Certified ASE School Bus Technician, and been recognized through the state of Ohio with that award, and been members of the Ohio School Bus Mechanics Association. And the day of mechanics, of backyard mechanics, are over. The technology today, whether it be on cars, trucks, buses, transmissions, is all electronically controlled. You have to be technicians.
So it's mechanic systems combined with electrical systems combined with electronic systems. So you can't just have a mechanic. You're a true technician.
Right. In the state of Ohio, all school buses now have to be electronic diesels with ABS braking. So
what's ABS? Analog?
Anti-lock braking system with an S-cam brake. They have modulator controls and actually an ICU computer.
ICU, you mean?
Electronic computer unit.
Okay.
And then they have electronic modules. They have as far as valves on the ABS system that does a self-diagnostic testing when you turn the key on too. So, but you have to be really knowledgeable, and because the day
high-level skills,
the day of troubleshooting is very important.
It's because you want to anticipate the problems and not just go in and react to them, because that's really where it's expensive, and you're having to go in and just perhaps swap parts.
Well, they have what's now multiplex wiring, where numerous codes are sent through wires. So in order to troubleshoot, you have to find the problem, read the code, and then trace it. And it can be either as far as a pin connection or a bad part. And just to keep expenses down, and make sure that you're not replacing parts that you shouldn't, where it could be another problem, you need to find that
systematically solve that problem. Troubleshoot.
Absolutely. Yeah. Today's backyard mechanics and carburation, and you can fix and tune up your own car and stuff, those days are over. And the need for high-tech mechanics, I think, in the next few years, are going to be in very
with the majority of the skilled workers getting ready to retire, and the automation of new technologies.
Absolutely. I mean, electronic transmissions are all now with Allison, and everything is operated. There's no more cables. It's all through modulators and valves, and it's just a high-tech field.
Well, I never would have thought an interview with Goober would be so insightful, but I appreciate you coming out.
Well, it's a great field I totally would recommend any.
And they're no longer a bunch of goobers anymore.
Absolutely not.
And the public's perception that we are goobers or bubbas or skeeters is totally passé.
Well, you can just tell how many people just driving their car right now with a light on, check engine or service engine soon light on. I mean, you got to plug that onto your onboard system, read the codes, determine what it can be, and
you have to go to the dealer to find that out.
Absolutely. You can't do that in your backyard anymore. And
so transportation needs it, the manufacturing sector needs it. And so this is a huge growth market, and our kids aren't pursuing these career path in that education, so it's going to cause some serious problems.
And I highly recommend kids to take that path. Yeah, I think you can earn a great living,
Share
a
with
good
them
wage.
some of the range of wages that you
Well, me personally, as far as I'm head bus mechanic in a district in Northeast Ohio, and I make approximately about $44,000 a year, and those are probably, you can usually in public money, so those wages are down a little bit.
But you can usually
great benefits, and that's what a lot of people work for. But in the trucking market industry, you can make a lot more money in that. But it is a great field, and I highly recommend it. It's rewarding, and I think it should deserve and will gain a lot of respect in the public eye, because the public is going to need you.
Yeah, and if they're going to see it on the headlines as they're beginning to see it,
right.
More and more calamities occurring, and they could have been resolved if they had trained technicians.
Absolutely.
Thank you again.
You're welcome, man. It's my
Pettigrew.
pleasure to be on, and I just highly recommend you kids to take that profession, because it's been real rewarding for me.
Fantastic. Well, again, this concludes another edition of Skill TV. We're out and about trying to find interesting resources to give some perspective to these challenges. And thanks again to our guest tonight, and I hope you tune in to another edition of Skill TV.